Hello, everyone. It's Jacqueline, Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles, and this is my fifth attempt at doing this haul video. I've been hoarding some items for nearly 2 months or more since holiday time. So I want to get this stuff put away, but I wanted to do a haul video. So welcome into the room. Thank you for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber and supporter, thank you. Continue to support me. If you are a new subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you. And I know several of you have signed on as subscribers, and some are my YouTube buddies. So thank you very much. I will, in my other videos, highlight who you are if you don't mind. But today, I want to get through this first video. This will be part one. I had quite the items to share with you, and I've even went back to Goodwill or thrift shopping. I don't know where I went, but and I have some other things to share with you, some other hauls. Some will be journal related, junk journal related. Some will be vintage related, and some will be just personal stuff. My daughter recently moved, and I bought a couple things for her. I won't be showing those because I've already delivered them to her because I couldn't hold on to them forever while trying to get this video out. I got a overhead tripod, if you will, and it's just not cooperating. And I'm hoping that by the time this post is in a way that it's in the orientation that I prefer. I'm using my neck cam today so I can be hands-free. And I hope you enjoy the haul. This is part one. So the first thing, and excuse the shaking if there's any that comes up, was these items in this packet. And I picked it up. Why? Because there was a lot of bling in here. These are like hair barrettes, things for hair. The thing I saw first and most. And I've already been through this several times because I have done this video a couple times. But this particular packet had these cool butterflies. Now I have some other butterflies that I'm going to be using in journals, but these caught my eye, as well as the other items that I showed you. And this even had some weird, like rainbow bright type fake hair, maybe that young people wear in their hair, some hair bows. There was some other bling in here I wanted to just highlight. A couple things. These barrettes, I think they are. And they're like hair clips. So I definitely will be using those in journals. And then this I thought I would use to put around the journal. It'll have to be either a kitty journal or a festive journal. I don't know. I'm new at journaling, y'all, and technically I am doing my first round of journals with for family members and for myself. So that was it. This little thing of bling that I will be utilizing. The next thing, this is not journal related. These are some fasteners, i.e. nails. And they have these little grippy things on them. And I need that. I'm doing a couple of DIY situations here. I have a 400 square foot studio apartment. And I am constantly trying to do something that makes me feel more at home and putting my own spin on things, so on and so forth. So we have those. And we have these. Not everything here looks like it's like $1.99, most of the items. And I could have paid $1.99 for most items. The challenge is these are things that I shouldn't pay $1.99 for. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this was separate. And it's just, and I said I got this around holiday. These are just like a notepad. And it says, making the list, checking it twice. I must have been like in a shopping zone. I would never pay $1.99 for those, but maybe I did. Or this could have came from the bins but it was in my bag that I had got from um, the other from Goodwill, and I just can't see myself paying $2 for those. And then there were these. It's also like holiday related. Excuse the glare. And it's just some note cards that I will be utilizing, upcycling if I might. I don't really do holiday Christmassy things. And then this was like a pack of paper, and it says I paid $1.99. I mean, how in the world would I do that? Like I said, my total spend, once you see everything, was about 68 bucks. And I was like, I won't need stuff for a long time because that was just crazy. I have my neck camera on, so I apologize for the wibbly wobbly. That's all I can do right now, so I can be hands-free. This is a calligraphy set. And I used to do calligraphy back in the day, a long time ago, when I was when I was in college, but I was also just like into art and lettering. That was a long time ago. And I don't know what happened to my calligraphy stuff. I still like lettering. I still like calligraphy. I was in interior design, and I was also in architectural engineering. And lettering is all about the lettering in those particular fields. So I have the calligraphy booklet, sort of like a manual, and then some little items tips. And then if you can see in here, the little pen that you stick the tips on. Okay. So again, $1.99. The next thing I have is, again, this is going to be a two-parter, so stick with me, you all, and like, subscribe, comment. Would appreciate that. This was it looks like linen, but it says 100% cotton on the back, right there. And how much I pay for that? 99 cents. Thank goodness. That's more up my alley, up my street. So it's a beautiful, I haven't taken it apart. It's stapled on, so I have to be careful taking that apart, not to ruin the fabric. I don't know if it's one or two pieces, but I thought it was neat. I'm not sure. It'll probably go on a journal of some sort, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The next thing, you guys, and I'm going to try to slow down, but again, I have attempted this part 1 video 5 times. And I was using my overhead, and the orientation wasn't happening. So, there you go. Now, these I got, let's see, what did I pay for them? $1.99. There are some cards. They are holiday inspired. You put your photo in here, and you actually slide it through this way here. And it's holiday, so I would cover that up either with gesso, paper. I'm already working on 2 of them because I'm working on journals for my 2 daughters. They're adults, but I've been working on journals for them for quite a few months, you know, learning my craft and everything. So I'm going to be, I may keep a couple of these out if I do decide I want to send a holiday card in the future. But for the most part, I'm going to be covering that. But I thought they were neat because they have the photo situation going on there. So I got those, and it's 16 cards and 16 envelopes. Let me just make sure. I think they're just traditional white envelopes. No, they are not. They are this cream colored, not linen per se, but they look, linen-y type. They're sort of that creamy color, and I'll definitely be doing something with those as well. The next thing I got, again, I have these things kind of stacked up beside me, and I'll try to be as still as I can, but I'm wearing this neck cam. It actually supposed to stay stable, but for some reason, when I talk, it doesn't, and when I move, it doesn't. I'm saddened that this box is sort of frilling up. I got this for all of the content, including the box. And as you can see, the price I have to get these off in a way that doesn't ruin anything, because you guys know how those stickers are. But also, okay, so this box contained, I think this was in there for some reason. And I'm going to use this as a pocket of some sort, of course. And then we have this cute thank you card. And it's nice. I like it. I think there's only 5 or 6 of them in here for some reason. But this, of course, will be used in a journal situation. And then the envelope itself is sort of a linen-y. Let me see if I can get a close-up of it. It's sort of a linen-y fabric as well. But the bulk of the items in here are a notepad and this note paper, sort of linen-y, and the envelopes as well. But it belongs to whoever this person is. And I'm going to, of course, cover that up. And the envelopes also had this person's info on it. So I'll be covering that up and upcycling that information there. See if I can be more still. That. And I truly don't have room to like put things like on top of each other because everything's all piled up. The next thing I have is bingo cards. I'm looking for traditional bingo, everyone, but I can't seem to find. I find everything in the kitchen sink and bingo, but I can't find the traditional bingo cards. This one is the baby shower bingo. Of course, I'm going to keep them. Of course, I'm going to use them. They are cute. I'm not a pastel pink person at all, but I know that I can do something with these. I also found, they're not at hand's reach. I had them on the other videos that didn't turn out, but I found wedding bingo, which was from the 50s. Very nice and nostalgic. I'll be using those as well. I'm not going to most likely do anything with those, like alter them in any way, just because of the vintage nature of them. But these are quite newer. So these will be kind of upcycled, recycled in some way. I don't know in what way. I'll have to be creative with that. So that we have, these are 2 pillowcases. And it said I spent $5.99. Never. So did I get this from the bins? Like, again, I bought these a while ago. I would never spend $5.99 at Goodwill for some pillowcases. I don't think. These were new in the pack. New old stock, so to speak. And 2, I bought them because I liked them. These are going to be used for me personally. I'm not going to be ripping them up or doing anything like that. It's 2 very nicely colored, my color aesthetic, one of my color aesthetics. So I don't try to lock myself into things. I know what I like and don't like. I do like this color. So I got these 2 pillowcases I'll be keeping for myself. Okay, see if I can stay a little still here. We're almost done, y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. Like, subscribe, and comment. This is my 5th video of the same stuff. All right. Now, I found this very nice, interesting fabric. It's iron-on. See if I can find the little... So, as you can see, this little shiny, you iron this on. I don't know what anyone would, like, directly use this for. See if I can straighten up the camera a little bit. I don't know what anyone would directly use this for. But that's what it is. That's the size. I will be cutting this up. In what capacity, I'm not sure. But I definitely will be using this sort of in a journal setting. Okay? So there we go. And a huge chunk of patterns of different persuasions. I got a couple little kitty ones in there. And of course, we get patterns for the paper. We get it for the vintage, look. This looks 80s. I got to double check. I don't know why I got these. I already have patterns. I think I was in the moment watching people like create with patterns and use the paper for different things, but you get a lot of bang for your buck on patterns, right? And I'm going to kind of sort these out. I'm going to separate most of the packet itself from the paper and separate the paper. Use some of the paper for collage situations. Speaking of that, everyone, I have to say that I now have a coffee shop, KO-FE shop. I will link the URL in the next video because I need to get through this one. And I would love for you to join me there. I'll be putting together ephemera packets. I prefer to do that because I'm not a traditional creative junk journaler, in the sense that some of you are just awesome how you do your journals and grunge and themed and beautiful, beautiful. I'm not there yet. I am a new creative journalist, even though I've done many other things. I'm a vintage reseller. I have an eBay shop, so I'll be posting things there at some point. I have lots of vintage and antique books, things like that. I'll be doing a show and tell in the future, and so on and so forth. So as I said, everything isn't about like journaling. Like these are those little doodads you put under furniture that you can slide them across the floor so things aren't so heavy or whatever. So I got those for my personal use or to give them to someone, if, a family member or something. Let me show you this article of clothing because I need to put this in my closet and start wearing it. This is a beautiful knitted vest that I found. And I'm telling you, this had to be at the bins because it's Guess Los Angeles. I didn't see a size, but it's a very nice item. It's got the buttons on the side, not buttons, but the grommet, and it's knit. And I needed to get this on file and get it in my wardrobe, get it laundered and then put it in my wardrobe because I will be wearing this very soon. I'm in Wisconsin, so that doesn't matter with that because that's something you would wear on top of something else. All right. This I was intrigued by. Now, I'm pretty sure I probably paid $1.99 for this. Yep. And I didn't mind. Primarily because I said I'm a new journaler. One of my challenges in journaling is doing the spine. And this one has a very nicely done spine. I thought maybe this was like handmade, and maybe it was in some ways, but see if it's on this page. Somewhere in this booklet or journal, there's a tag that says made in China. So it made me think it was maybe mass produced, but you wouldn't know it just because of the fabric. This is like cardboard, but it's not the cardboard, I don't think, that like when we get a package and it's cardboard. It's not that kind of cardboard. It's very nice, tactile and everything. And then the paper itself is this beautiful paper, and it's sort of the weight of construction paper and the feel, but it just looks different. It's really nice, very nice paper that I like. This is paper that I like. It seems handmade paper, like handmade paper. Anyway, I wanted to show that whoever had this had it for a journal, and they started on it. They wrote in 2 pages, and then everything else is blank. I'm trying to stay still, Jacqueline. So I will definitely be using this, and I was happy to pay $1.99 for that. I don't mind that at all because it's something I liked and I wanted. The next couple items, and I'm getting down to the end, is this is wrapping paper, I think. Gift wrap paper. And it has all of these designs. I grabbed it because of the floral floral. This is sort of a kitty thing. Like I said, I don't do a lot of kitty stuff, but I did have a couple new babies born in our family. So I might be doing something to like honor them. And then this is like a garden theme. This is paper I like. This is like a leopard print, as you can see. And then there's some more paper on the inside. You see the rainbow type thing. I haven't taken it out of the packet just again because I wanted to do this haul. Again, this is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. That's going to be coming out tomorrow. But there you go. I will be doing something with that. And then the last item for this particular video is this other paper. It is sort of a kitty themed paper, but I really liked the aspect of this red paper with the little circles on it. It reminds me of some artsy things I'm going to be doing, but it is sort of kid inspired, and it'll show you I haven't opened this either, by the way. They have this and this thingy here, the paper we just saw, letters and trucks and things. So I can either like keep the kitty style paper, and if I have any presents to wrap or so on and so forth, I can use it in that capacity, and or definitely use this for for journal keeping. Now I am going to attempt, I've been standing the whole time, I'm going to sit and rest my back and bid you adieu for today and for this particular video. Again, Jacqueline's Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles. I do vintage retelling with mostly back in the day items, knickknacks, artsy things, but I really love journaling. So I'm on that journey for myself personally, and then because I have tons of journals, tons of books. Here's some vintage books I'm going to be doing a show and tell in the future. But for now, like, subscribe, give me a comment. I appreciate you for coming. Stay tuned for the next part 2 of the other goodies I got, and I will see you guys on the other side. Take care.